So are you struggling with wanting to invest or even are you even ready to invest? Well, today I'm here with author, speaker, and consultant coach Chris Hogan. And today we're talking all things investing. So Chris, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, buddy. It is good to be with you.
Chris, tell everyone about who you are and what you do.
I am a coach. I help companies, I help people reach their desired goals and help them chase down results.
Let's talk about investing. The market been topsy-turvy with things happening, tariffs, presidency, all of the things are swirling around, maybe recession, but is now a good time to invest, first and foremost? And then secondly, what is investing? The third one would be, what do they need before they need to start investing?
Yeah. Well, as you said, Dakota, right now is a crazy time. There's a lot going on, and there's always a lot going on. But what we have right now is we have some global things that are happening that are going to impact the market. And here's the reality. The stock market is a living, breathing thing. It's not static. That means when things happen, it's impacted, right? And so the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, the frustrations, irritations, all of these things, hope, outlook, all these things impact the market. And so it's always going to be topsy turvy. It's a lot like, as I call it in my books, riding a roller coaster, right? Because there are going to be ups and downs. I mean, I don't know about you, Dakota, but I used to ride some roller coasters back in the day. I'm too old now. I can't do it now. I just can't. And my boys would make me ride it, and they'd want to always sit up front, right? And I didn't want to be the first one to die. I really didn't. I mean, put me in the back, in the middle or something. But it's a matter of being there, being able to experience it. And when you ride a roller coaster, if you're wearing your safety belt, everything's going to be okay. And so what I want people to realize right now with investing is looking at this, the goal is to put some money away to have it grow for you for later. Right. And right now, no, I'm not going to tell people they shouldn't be investing. Absolutely, you should. But what you have to do is really get very intentional and understand what you're investing in, right? What are you doing? And so this is where I tell people on my social media, and people can follow me, just look for me, Coach Hogan. But the reality is, I told people, you got to take a deep breath. You got to really understand what's going on, make your list of questions, get with your investment professional, and sit down and have a conversation. The investment professional you work with is someone that should be plugged in, that knows exactly what's going on right now and can guide you. But at the end of the day, Dakota, we have to make our own decisions. We are the owners of that money. Your investment professional is a guide. This is someone that's helping you. And so, yes, you should still be investing, but absolutely, yes, you should be contacting your investment professional just so you can have a conversation about all the things that are going on. And here are some questions to ask. With the upcoming recession that's being talked about, what are some things that I should do? Well, what are some changes or some tweaks that I need to make to my current portfolio to withstand what's going on? Because whatever goes up is going to come down at times, but it's also going to go back up. That's the roller coaster ride.
Let's get started, Chris. If you want to make better decisions with your finances, stop overspending, and stop impulse spending, get you a free resource, the free money plan budget tracker at thecartegrader.com. This is how you're going to really transform your finances in 2025. What do you recommend in terms of investing? Like what strategies or what vehicles do you recommend for investing?
Well, I think people have to first and foremost, there are so many tools and so many things out there to be able to invest in. What you have to do, though, is really identify your risk tolerance. Now, I'm not going to, in the financial world, there's all these $20 words that go to, right? Risk tolerance and debt to income and expected gains and all that. But risk tolerance simply means how much risk are you willing to take? And you know me, I like to make examples to help people understand it a little bit more. So I'll talk about investing like driving. If you're out driving on the interstate, how do you normally drive? Right? Some people will drive the speed limit, right? And the speed limit only. These people have low risk tolerance. They don't want a ticket. They don't want any issues, right? So they're going to drive the speed limit. Then you have people that drive a little bit over the speed limit, like 5 miles over the speed limit, right? These people are willing to take a little risk, right? But then you have the people that are willing to take more risk. And so they might drive 10 miles over the speed limit. These are people that are more aggressive. And then you have the super aggressive, right? These are people that drive way over the speed limit. It's not a matter of if they're going to get a ticket, it's when, right? And so these are people that are super aggressive. Just like with driving, you need to understand your investing tolerance, your risk tolerance. And odds are, if you're married to someone that's wired a little bit different than you. And now it's a matter of meshing between the two of you and really having a conversation to understand what's best for us long term.
We got, people may have heard of a 401k or a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA, right? What do you recommend? I mean, I know things out there that are more risky, such as options and forex, but what do you recommend? I mean, being in the game for quite some
Well,
time.
yeah, well, the bottom line is you just have to understand the risk of what it is you're dealing with. Whenever you start talking about options and stocks, what you're doing is buying a little piece of a company, right? And so, however that company performs is how your investment will be reflected. And there are some strong companies out there. There are some that are not so strong. And so single stocks are a lot more risky. They really are. And so again, going back to that risk tolerance example, you have to figure out where you fall on that continuum and how much risk you're willing to take. And you also have to consider how much time you have. Okay. And what I mean by time is how old are you? Right? If the younger you are, the more risk you can take and you can be a little bit more aggressive because you have time on your side. And the people that are a little bit older, now what you want to do is really hone in and really truly understand what you're dealing with because now there's a little bit more at stake, right? If you're in your 40s or whatever, you're a little bit older. And so while you're looking at that, I want people to really understand if you've got the opportunity to be a part of a 401k, that is a great thing. Anytime I hear the word Roth, I get tingly. I get a little happy because that's after tax. And so what's happening is that also means that you're investing in its tax-free growth. So if you have that opportunity for a Roth 401k, you have the opportunity to be a part of anything related with Roth, please grab that. There are some misnomers out there that certain income thresholds you're not eligible for a Roth. There are other things out there. There are things called a backdoor Roth where you're able to invest, pay the tax, and it converts essentially like a Roth. But again, having that conversation with your investment professional will really help you understand what tools are available to help you build your dreams. Because ultimately, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put ourselves in a position to be able to do the things we want to do when we want to do them and to do the things for the people that we love the most.
I'll speak to those who are in their 40s and 50s, or maybe 60s who haven't started. They want to start, but they're afraid. They want to put money in the savings account, which is good, but saving is different from investing. Talk about that, Chris.
Yeah, there's a big difference between saving and investing. What I typically tell people is you save for things that are 3 years or less away, and you want to invest for things that are 5 years or more away. But for the people that are out there that are older, and I bump into a lot of them, I'm talking to people. I get messages on social where people tell me, Chris, I haven't started or I got started, life happened, whether they went through a divorce or a change or had a kid or whatever. And so they're either getting started back or they're starting over. And I just want people to hear me. It is easy to look and to say, man, I wish I would have, or I wish I should have, and all of these things, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? What you want to do, though, is get very intentional right now about where you are, and let's maximize the time as you're moving forward. It's okay to glance back, but we have to focus forward. And it's a lot like that rear view mirror. You know where I was going with that. The rear view mirror in your car is about this big, right? But your windshield is massive. Like you can't even see it. It's big. And what I tell people with that is with that rear view mirror, it's okay to glance back, to see what's behind you. But we don't drive looking backwards. We drive focused forward. And that's what I want people to do is to really stay focused on moving forward and get better each day. Right? Move forward. Don't do things that put you in a worse position or more frustrating position. That's what we have to do. Control the controllables, right? And that's what we're doing right now and to stay in control of our money.
Good stuff, Chris. What's the number one problem you see people, what's causing them not to want to invest or to start?
Fear. I can tell you right now without a doubt, fear. And that fear comes from either a lack of information. That fear can come from having a lack of confidence, right? And a lack of understanding what to do. Like, how do I even get started? And so that's why I want to encourage people to really sit down with an investment professional, someone that has that heart that wants to help you, right? Not somebody that's going to judge you. And too often times, people feel like going to meet with their investment professionals a lot like going to the principal's office where they're going to get judged, just sweat on the brow. No, if you're working with the right kind of individual, they're not judging you, right? That person has a heart to want to help you to get to where it is you want to go. And so sit down and have the conversation. If you're married, you and your spouse both want to attend that meeting to have that conversation, or maybe you even sit down with your spouse and make a list of questions you have about what's going on right now. If you're single or newly single, get with someone that is an accountability partner, not your shopping buddy. Okay. No, because y'all be up in the mall doing dumb stuff together, right? You want somebody that has some goals too, that's trying to make some stuff happen. And sit down with that person and make your list of questions. And you'll find, Dakota, that when people go sit down with the right kind of investment professional, they come out feeling so different. They come out feeling empowered. They come out feeling like, oh my gosh, this is something I can do. And that's what I want people to have. I want people to have that can-do attitude because they can do it. It's just a matter of getting the right information, the right help, but more importantly, they have to have the right mindset.
Yes, sir. Hey, Chris, thank you for your time. How can people find you on social media, website, and anything you have going on, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. They can go to CoachHogan.com is the website, and they can find me on social media at Coach Hogan. Things that are popping the most are over on LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and things like that. But I try to push out some nuggets that deal with life, but also on the money stuff. And so I've got some things coming, the money side. So people definitely want to get connected with me and stay connected because I'm really, really excited about the things that are coming this year.
All right. Thank you for your time, Chris.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Yes, sir. And this is the Your Money Hour Show.